Hey guys, Bryce Tubbs here. Just want to say hello. So today let's be talking about, why I struggled with the question, can I open my bookkeeping business? And, I really struggled this for about 6 months when I was first getting started. And it's funny, right? Because like on the one hand, I'm a very impulsive person when it comes to, starting things, trying different programs, just moving really forward. But for me, the idea to get started with my business took a very long time. And the reason why is because I had come off a failure. Like I had tried like for years to do like e-commerce businesses, like eBay, Amazon, selling on like websites, because that was like the popular thing back probably about 10 years ago. And it was just like, we were trying to do that, trying to do that, trying to do that, trying to do that. But it was so hard that when I was like launching into this, the new business, the accounting and bookkeeping, I kind of had this thought process where it's like, I don't like talking to people. Right, and it was hilarious because nowadays all I do is basically talk to people all day, both on the customer side as far as the sales side, the social media side. And it was just so funny because that was really my biggest challenge getting in, because like, there's a lot of people that come to me and they're like introverts, right? And it's not that I'm an introvert. I'm not by saying that by any means, but it was kind of like I just didn't really want to have the responsibility of dealing with people. Because whenever you have like an e-commerce business, you can just have the product, you find the website, you ship it off, and it goes, right? And it was just kind of funny to see that. And that transformation was really the biggest thing. And the reason why it was so hard is because if I couldn't even make that old business work, I had this thought process that there's no way I'm going to be able to make this business work. And it was just going to take so hard or so long. And I was just really dreading it. And, it's funny. A lot of people that I speak to are really similar to that. But, if there's anything that I've learned, especially, 7 years later after starting, it's consistency is really the thing that's going to win the battle for you. Now, I was asked on a consultation call from someone who was, trying to join the mentorship program, and they came on board. But one of the questions they asked was, Bryce, what sets your students apart? Like why? What causes someone to be a good fit versus someone to be a bad fit? And the reason why is because, like, on the call, I was like, hey man, like if it's not a good fit, then I'm just gonna let you know and be completely honest. And at the end of the call, we determined it was a good fit based on his current situation, like where he wanted to get to was well within the range of how we help people inside of the program. All that to say, it was kind of like really people need to know that consistency is what wins the battle. If you want to get a six-figure business, like you're trying to go, 10K a month, 15K a month, 20K a month, you're not going to do that by having like a one-day sprint and you're going to get like $1 million in your bank account. It's just not how it works. If you want something to be very sustainable, you need to develop the process to make it sustainable. And that's really the place where most people struggle. For me, I tend to be a person that likes to do a very consistent amount of work over time in order to reach the goal. But not everybody's like that. Some people, they want to do that sprint. So it's really kind of interesting to see that. For example, I have a friend, he got started with his business probably about 5 years ago, right? And when I had met him, he was thinking about doing this kind of business. It was like some kind of like lead gen business for like real estate, not for real estate, but for some business, right? And it was like every single year he switched businesses to something else or something slightly different, but hasn't really started making that traction that he was shooting for in the beginning. Versus me, he made it to multiple six figures across two different types of offers. So my accounting firm makes six figures, and then my mentorship program is in that range as well. All that to say, it's because I've been doing the same thing consistently, and slowly it's gone like this. And every single year it's been going up and up and up and up. And now we're starting to try and like double year over year, if not triple year over year, so we can really hit that 7-figure mark, and eventually maybe 3 to 5 years from now be at that 8-figure mark across the two businesses. All that to say is consistency over time is the thing that allows your skills, your beliefs, and your character traits to catch up with the place that you're trying to go to in your business. That's going to allow you to be able to go and reach your goal. But most people, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking of things almost like they're trying to put things inside like a microwave, which we do have like, don't get me wrong, all the stuff that I teach you guys inside the mentorship program works really quickly. It's just you need to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, so that if something ever happens, like maybe you take, like, for example, one of our students took actually a year-long break from her business. She was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go travel. So since she took the year-long break, she basically told all of her clients that she wasn't gonna be working with them for a while. And then her clientele went back, didn't go down to zero, went down to like probably 50%. But since she had the skills of consistency, as soon as she came back, she just brought the business up. Actually, it's doing a little bit better than when before she left. All I have to say is, because she knows how to grow the business and she knows the techniques, and the consistency and the timing of it, she can grow her business back to the place that she wants really fast, and she's in total control. Versus the people who want to go and get that fast sprint, get rich quick, make $1 million in 90 days. Those are generally people that don't make any money, to be completely honest. Right? It's always like the get rich quick crowd generally doesn't make money long term. And that's really the cool thing about that, right? So it's like all you have to do is just get inside of a business model. I personally believe that accounting and bookkeeping is one of the best business models to get you to at least $500,000 a year. To be completely honest, just $500,000 a year. You do the same exact things for the span of 4 years, you're going to be at $500,000 a year. It's just inevitable. If that's what you really want. Like, if you don't want to be at $500,000 a year, if you want to just stay at, $10K a month, $20K per month, you can do that. It's just you can be in total control of your income. And if you want to, it's also good for you to be able to go to that. Like, there's a lot of seven-figure accounting, bookkeeping, and think about it, some of the biggest companies in the world are accounting businesses, the big four, right? So it's just one of those things where there's so much opportunities inside of this space. There's so much security. There's so much freedom. There's freedom because you can control your hours. You can do whatever you want. You can work when you want. You can hire a contractor to do the work for you. But there's also security because this is one of the oldest business models in the game. Every company's needed an accounting professional or accountant for generations, right? Even before the U.S. tax code, right? They still need to know how much money they had in the bank. And they still needed someone. They had bean counters back in the day. That's where, we get that nickname from. But all I have to say is, it's one of the easiest ways for you to grow. You just have to make that decision, that commitment to be able to go. And an easy way to make that commitment is actually join a mentorship program. To be honest, like, for example, Florence, it's funny, she got to 10 grand a month within about 45 days, right? I know I said earlier, like, it's not quick. To me, that was kind of quick because it did take me 18 months to be able to go and make 6 figures in my business. But for her, she did it in like 45 days. She got to 10K a month. And the biggest thing for her was, she was just like, I was trying a bunch of things. I just didn't really know what to focus on. And I didn't really have that commitment. So I was kind of just doing stuff. And it was kind of like, I was having fun. But I wasn't really making any progress. So when she joined the mentorship program because I was like, hey, like, you could be taking this thing to the next level. I believe in you. I see kind of the progression. I see what you could do. Let's go and make this thing work. And she's like, okay, cool, let's do this. She paid the money, she got in the program, and now she's probably sitting at about 11K per month. But I haven't talked to her in a couple of weeks because she took a vacation. That's funny. Most of my top students end up taking like a vacation during the program, so it's kind of interesting. Maybe there's a sign there. But all that to say is, this stuff can happen really quickly, but you have to be prepared to do the work consistently over time if you want to go and reach the goal. And that's just one of those things, there's people who want the microwave stuff, and there's us, and we know that we're going to be in the same business model for 3, 5, even 10 years if possible, so we can keep making more money, get more impact, grow our authority inside the space, and then really become a household name, whether it's in our local community or the online digital community. And that's where money just starts flowing to you very, very consistently, very easily. Like, it's not hard to make money. It's just you don't have enough people who know you, and you don't really have a structured way to get more people to know you for the right things that cause them to want to give you more money. And even if they do know you for the right things, they don't know exactly why they should be paying you more money compared to everybody else, and you're seen almost like a commodity. And that's really the thing that causes most people to struggle. So you have to be able to separate yourself, and I'll probably be doing future videos about how to separate yourself and stop being seen like a commodity. Maybe that'll be the next video I shoot. Maybe I'll pause this video and this video, and then I'll go and shoot a second one, which forces you to actually want to go and watch multiple videos. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this kind of changed and shifted your perspective just slightly, so you can start really growing your business in a very sustainable way to reach your goals. Now, if you're tired of figuring things out, the old way, maybe you're like spinning your wheels, you're trying things, but it's not quite working. It's not working quite as fast as what you would like. I recommend you go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me. Okay, on the call, I'm basically going to assess whether or not we're a good fit to work together inside of my private mentorship program so that you can go and reach your goals. Like, if you're not a good fit, to be completely honest, I tell you up front, because I'm not in a place time-wise to be, bringing on people who I don't think are a good fit for me to help, because it ends up being like a really a drag organizational-wise. But if I do think that you are a good fit and we can actually help you get results in a really short period of time, then I'm going to make an offer. I'm going to say, hey, this is what we're going to do to actually get you to this result. Do you think that you can accomplish this? If you do think so, then I'll make an offer. We work together long term. We hit the goal, and then you end up on my inside of my internal wall of referrals and testimonials that we do for all the students inside the program to track their progress. So if that's you, I'll see you on the call. If you're not quite ready, I'll see you inside the next video. Talk to you soon. Have a great one.